Okay, this section I am going to just read literally from this website, and then we'll look at it in the software because it's pretty interesting. Um, Let me back up here. The sheer concentration of symbolism in the stars at this moment is remarkable. These things could certainly lead our magi to conclude that a Jewish king had been born. But even this is not the whole story. These symbols could indicate a birth, but if they were interpreted to indicate the time of conception, the beginning of a human life, might there be something interesting in the sky 9 months later? Indeed, in June of 2 BC, Jupiter continued the pageantry. By the following June, Jupiter had finished crowning Regulus. The planet of kings traveled on through the star field toward another spectacular rendezvous, this time with Venus, the mother planet. The conjunction was so close and so bright that it is today displayed in hundreds of planetaria around the world by scientists who may know nothing of Messiah. They do it because what Jupiter did makes such a great planetarium show. Jupiter appeared to join Venus. The planets could not be distinguished with the naked eye. If our Magi had had a telescope, he could have seen that the planets sat on top of one another like a figure 8. Each contributed its full brightness to what became the most brilliant star our men had ever seen. Jupiter completed this step of the starry dance as it was setting in the west. That evening, our Babylonian Magus would have seen the spectacle of his career while facing towards Judea. No one alive had ever seen such a conjunction. If the Magi only began their travel plans in September when they saw this sight 9 months later, someone may have shouted, "What are we waiting for? Mount up!" At the end of their travel, which may have taken weeks or months, these experts arrived in Jerusalem to tell their tale, and all Jerusalem was disturbed. Herod wanted to know 2 things: when did the star appear and where the baby was. So let's look at this again. Okay, here we go. I am going to just, again, here's the Leo and Jupiter and Regulus here. The sun clothing the woman, the moon, you can barely see it, it's labeled there. The moon making its way toward her feet. So let's just sort of scroll through this quickly and see what happens. There's Jupiter on the move. And you remember, I believe Jupiter reverses here for a moment. Yeah, it's going to reverse. Let's just watch it reverse. It's going back past Regulus. And then remember, it's going to reverse again and come back past Regulus the 3rd time, which it is doing now. Here comes Venus. Now watch. Right here. Venus and Jupiter. Did you see that? Venus and Jupiter almost on top of each other. If we zoom in, I'm really zooming in here. Go the other direction. There they are. Like he describes it, almost on top of each other. They pass by so closely that on Earth, obviously I'm really zoomed in here, but on Earth it's going to look like a gigantic star.